This is a real story about how a seemingly solid relationship fell apart. They didn't have a dramatic, movie-like meeting. It happened at work. It started with coffee breaks and conversations that grew from office complaints into shared laughter. From the outside, their relationship looked perfect. No big fights, no visible chaos. Friends and family called them lucky. But the most dangerous problems are often the ones that grow in silence. He was always restless, driven by a need for movement, new ideas, and change. If you're into numerology, you might say he had the energy of a life path 5. In astrology, he acted like a fire or air sign, expressive, curious, and deeply uncomfortable with heavy emotions. She was his opposite. Loyal, consistent, and someone who showed love through tireless effort and stability. Think of a life path 6 or the grounded energy of an earth or water sign. She was deeply invested and emotionally present. In the beginning, their differences were their strength. She grounded him, and he brought a spark of excitement into her life. But over time, things started to shift. He began to pull away whenever conversations turned emotional. He wasn't arguing, he was just gone. She noticed, but instead of confronting it, she tried to fix it by doing more. She cooked his favorite meals, checked in more often, and tried to give him both space and care at the same time. It was the only way she knew how to show love. He felt the pressure, even though she never actually demanded anything. He didn't know how to ask for the space he craved without hurting her, so he just stayed quiet. Silence became their new normal. Then someone else entered the picture at work. It wasn't intentional, it was just someone easy to talk to. No history, no expectations. Someone who laughed at his jokes and didn't ask how he was feeling, but simply made him feel light. It started with innocent conversations, then later-night messages, and slowly, lines were crossed. He never woke up one day and decided to cheat. The truth is, loneliness had already moved into their relationship long before another person ever did. When she found out, she wasn't just heartbroken, she was utterly confused. They weren't unhappy, were they? They weren't obviously distant. So why did this happen? It happened because they loved each other, but they never learned to speak each other's emotional language. His nature was to escape confrontation, while hers was to avoid conflict. Now, numerology and zodiac signs don't make someone cheat. They just point to our natural tendencies. A 5-type personality might run when they feel overwhelmed, and a 6-type might overgive when they feel insecure. But cheating is always a choice, and that choice shattered something that could have been saved with a single, honest conversation. Some relationships don't end because the love is gone. They end because two people stayed silent for so long that someone else's voice became easier to hear. The real lesson here isn't about numbers or stars. It's about the courage to communicate, especially when it's hard, before the distance turns into a betrayal you can't take back. Thanks for listening. If this story resonated with you, consider subscribing for more real conversations.